What is this? 3 parachutes and a mask. Explain to me, what is this? Seriously? But I don't know what the hell you're doing here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I just came from a combine training center. And we were talking about, they had not only had some combine guys there, but they had some baseball young kids there. And I'm looking how they're training them to be better baseball player, to be better running back, to be better defensive back. And I'm seeing some agility stuff, and I'm looking at it, and I'm having a conversation with the coaches. And so what we want to convey to you guys during this live is we have to constantly evolve. Remember, strength and conditioning coaches came from nothing. Remember, the personal training and everything, that started in, 1992, 93, it started to become more popular, right? That's when I kind of started, but people were already here. That was the first generation of personal trainers, which were formerly people who were educated in physical education, and then they had no more jobs because there's no more physical education in school, so they had to go to corporate fitness, rehab, and all that stuff. So we started with that, and we had to recognize that the coaches came from nowhere, and then the whole strength and conditioning and personal trainer thing started going. It started going in the popular magazines with Men's Health, Men's Journal, Women's Fitness, all this stuff, and now social media. So now everybody's an expert and everybody's a thing, and everybody's showing their best stuff, right? I think we got a little bit heavy on what it is that we do. And we wanted to, because we're so proud of what we do, and what we do is such an important job, it's kind of natural to try to come out to the front and be on the stage. So I see a lot of strength and conditioning guys being accredited with championships and with success in sports. And that may be true. That may be true, but we have to understand that now we cannot make players in the gym. Players are made in practice. Does that mean that we're not important? No, that means that we're very important. Why? Because instead of making our job, the job of creating that championship athlete, whether it's batting title or whether it's the fastest man on earth or the best pitcher or the MMA world champion in a specific weight class, whatever it is, all right, we are not the ones making that person a champion or great. We have to understand that our best role is to manage the physical resources of an athlete. The strength and conditioning coach is perfect to say you're going to do this much agility, this much power, this much technical training, that much tactical training, this much sleep, this much massage. Yes, you're going to do cold water baths or no, or ice or whatever. The strength and conditioning guy is perfect for that. You have the rehab specialist in case there's an injury. But the strength and conditioning guy is the perfect broker, like if you will, if you have a person managing your money, the strength and conditioning person is perfect to manage the money of energy, the money of physical resources, of energy inside the body, okay? Perfect. And our job is to provide the technical coach with the best athlete, all right, that has a physical stamina. Why? So you can get 45 minutes of quality practice instead of 15 minutes of quality practice and then 45 minutes of crap because you're too mentally exhausted, which we call psychomotor vigilance, okay? So we got crazy with the agility stuff. You already saw some of the videos, all right? If you want to be reminded of some of the videos, okay, this is some of the videos, just to remind you. So when we talk about crazy stuff, we know what we're talking about. Here it is, okay? Here it is. Some of the crazy stuff for clicks. 3 parachutes and a mask, because 1 parachute is not enough, and of course just running fast is not enough. You got to run fast when you have a mask on. What that does for your legs and speed and form and all that, I have no clue. Then of course everything, speed, agility, and quickness. In other words, precision movements on sand. That's crazy. That's insane. foot patterns that you never see in sports, ever. This is, I don't even know what this is, all right? We've got, okay, this. Look at this. Oh yeah, let's do agility ladder while the wave comes and takes away the agility, or at least hides everything. What is that? I don't even understand the mentality behind it other than clicks. Here, let me see where we got. Okay, look at this. Explain to me, what is this? How is this speed, agility, quickness when you're in water and you have to go like this just to sink down and touch the ground? So this is the kind of stuff that we're telling people, look, man, stop wasting time. That's not agility training. That's some Cirque du Soleil, let's entertain people. Wow, holy type of training, okay? That's the equivalent of me taking a soccer player and teaching them how to walk a tightrope for balance, how to do the agility ladder with 4 segments, because 1 segment is not enough, of course. We're gonna go forward, right, left, forward, backwards. We're gonna do this step over, this step over, that step over, this step behind. And it looks like you're almost having a cha-cha-cha dance contest, okay? That's not agility ladder. That's not what the agility ladder was used for. It's a bad use of a decent piece of equipment. It's like taking focus mitts and turning them into power mitts. Every person you see beating the piss out of focus mitts does not know what the focus mitt's original intent was for. Focus, speed, tap the mitts, move. It's not crushing the mitts to where you destroy the person who's holding them, destroy their elbows. See what I'm saying? So you get a little bit and then you multiply it 100 times thinking it's 100 times better, and what you're doing is creating 100 times the glob of crap that you originally had. All right, so let's talk about what good agility is. What good agility is, all right? We already saw, okay? Why is that not good agility? Because good agility is about doing sports biomotors, not ladder biomotors, sports biomotors perfect. Going and cutting a route, perfect. Joking and turning on a defender, perfect. Taking a ball, tapping, and then tapping while you're crossing, perfect. That's agility. And you don't get that with hurdles, with ladders, with crooked sticks, nothing. Does that mean you can't use them to create a little bit faster movement? Fine. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But you don't try to perfect those movements and get more complex and more complex and more complex, because no matter how complex the agility ladder drill is, it may not be making you a better soccer player, especially if the agility has nothing to do with what you're doing in soccer. Okay? Now, you have to have a balanced and stable position. All the jumping on sand that you did, out of balance, out of balance. All the stuff on sand, out of balance. You're not balancing, you're not doing well, you're not generating, you don't know the right position, okay? Decreased ground reaction time. So low, very small, short amortization phases. What do you see in the sand? What do you see in the water? Long amortization. How can the body neurologically tune up to fast cuts on a single foot and running when you're going in sand and mud and in deep grass, okay? Segment stiffness. If your ankle is pliable because it's in a soft environment, whether it's a crash pad, whether it's a Eric's pad, whether it's a sand pit, it doesn't matter. Mud, water, whatever. Your ankle cannot be stiff. Why? Because it's amortizing, it's moving. The surface is moving the ankle, and the ankle is accommodating the surface, okay? You don't have segment stiffness. You need segment stiffness in order to jump, in order to be powerful. When you increase amortization time, the joint stiffness goes to crap, okay? Limited sequence of SAQ biomotor skills. That means you don't need to do a karaoke 30 times. You need to do a karaoke 30 times when maybe you're 11 years old and you don't know a karaoke. And you don't need an agility ladder to do a karaoke. You do biomotor skills over and under, over and under. And once you perfect the karaoke, you can use some of these things to warm up, But you don't just keep, I keep seeing karaoke, 3 times 10 as part of your daily menu. Once you learn the karaoke, it's done. You don't need to keep that in a daily menu. You use the crossover in a cone drill. You use the cross behind in a cone drill. You don't need tapiokas for 10 yards, all right? You don't need karaoke for 20 yards, and you don't need this kind of repetitive monkey stuff or circus stuff to get you faster, because what's going to happen is you're going to get better at that drill, and it's not going to transfer to basketball. It's not going to transfer to soccer. It's not going to transfer to baseball, to wrestling, to MMA, to nothing. Enough, and then get out. I'm going to show you what good agility looks like, okay? And it's not even our stuff, because I wanted on purpose to go scour, and I scoured for about 50 hours, the internet. I didn't want it to be about us at IHP. I wanted it to be about the industry, to show you that there's people doing good work out there. Everybody's not crazy, but who gets the likes? Who gets the clicks? The crazy people. Why? Because people who are not educated give them the clicks. Give them the clicks. You got to stop giving those people the clicks, because they're making money on those clicks, and you're consuming crap. So let's stop with the crap, and I'll show you what other people. It's not like we're the only ones that know this stuff. No, there's other great coaches, and we scoured the internet for about 50 hours and brought you, I think, the best. I've got about 20 minutes of awesome, but they're very repetitive, so I brought it down to about, I think I've got about 7 minutes, and we're going to see all of them, so you can see some cool stuff. But instead of taking one coach and taking 20 drills, I took this coach, got 2 drills from him, that coach got 2 drills, so I'm going to give you just a little splattering of some good stuff that's out there. But this is what you're looking for. This is what you're looking for in good agility. These are the components or the requirements of good agility, okay? And they don't require you to perfect 50 million agility drills. Got it? All right. Bad agility, well, it would be the opposite. No sports biomotor skills in the sequence. If you have an agility, that little tappy thing, and then doing this, and going around cones with fast feet and crap like that, I'm going, is there any biomotor skills or partials in the agility you're getting ready for that's involved in this drill? If the answer is no, I got a bunch of crazy shit, and I don't see anything that's in the sport, stop it. Don't consume it. Don't practice it. Don't copy it. It's garbage. Okay? Bad and unstable positions. Example, jumps in sand. If I got to jump in sand and recalibrate before I can jump again, I'm unstable. I'm unstable. Why? Not because I'm unstable. I jump on an unstable surface like sand to try to get a movement that has stability and power behind it. How can I generate power if I'm not stable? So how are you going to tell me that you're developing power, agility, quickness, and all these great athletic qualities on sand? No, it's never going to happen. If you want it for conditioning, if you want it for fun, yes, but never for agility. Okay? You're going to increase anything that increases ground amortization, anything that increases ground reaction time. You want to reduce that. Because the shortest time you're on that ground, the faster you're running, the higher you're jumping. So you need to be able to transfer. How fast, how long is a rock on the water if it's skimming? When you go like this, bam, and you throw a rock horizontal, what gives it the lift? The vertical lift. You didn't throw it vertically. Okay, what gave it the lift was the momentum that you invested in it or you put into it. Horizontally, it was able, through surface contact, friction, and so on, it was able to transfer some of that to a vertical. How long was it on the water? Very short. What does it sound like when it's skimming? No, the ding. Okay, so that's what you're looking for on the feet. Any surface and any drill that goes against that, not good. Segment pliability. In order to transfer power, you cannot transfer power across soft and unstable, pliable structures or joints. So anytime that a joint gives and doesn't directly transfer forces, there's a reduction. You are bleeding power. So power is bled, all right, through segment pliability. So if the segment is soft, it bleeds power. You don't want that. You want to create segment stiffness so it can transfer, all right? And then, of course, if you're extending crazy biomotor skills that don't have anything to do with the sport or with the ability that you're trying to develop, don't do them. Don't do them. So in summary, this is what defines good agility and bad agility, all right? So the major points, okay? Training is supposed to enhance practice, not imitate it. Enhance practice, not imitate it. Got it? So you don't necessarily need in here to be catching balls. You don't need to be able to do lateral reaching lunge and then send somebody out on a post pattern and throw a ball. You don't need that. You don't need a basketball inside of a gym. If you had it, a basketball rim, if you had that, great. Can we use it? Yes. But it's not necessary from a strength and conditioning standpoint. Okay, it's not necessary. So you don't need to be able to do actual sports agility in your gym to enhance agility. Got it? Let me say that again. You can train sports agility from a strength and conditioning aspect without doing the sports agility. So I can make someone better and more agile without even doing a cone drill. Now, there's things that I can do here. I can do hexagon drills, I can do 5-dot drills, I can do little jumps, and I can do that for my power. Okay, but I don't need turf to be able to run. That's nice, but I don't need it. I don't need it because I'm going to give people the physical qualities necessary to enhance their practice. We are not their practice. We are their strength and conditioning. And I'm telling you, I'm going to give you a secret. The best agility training, listen to this, because this is worth the entire video, and I'm going to get real close to you and to you and to you, to all three of you, all right? Here's the most important thing, okay? The most important thing for agility is not agility.